Breaking news for your home. Wayday! Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. Shop Wayfair's Wayday from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
This is Embrace Your Inner Boldness, a podcast about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. I'm Melissa Henning-Frank, coach, guide, and founder of Becoming Bold. I help you strip away the conditioning, reclaim your voice, and rise into the power that's always been yours. Let's get right to it. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Can we talk about judgment for a few minutes? I'm talking about the kind of judgment where you look at someone else's life and quietly, or even sometimes out loud, you decide you're better than them. We do this with people living in poverty, to those who don't have a place to call home. We call them bums or parasites. We do this to people in prison, calling them degenerates or criminals. We do it to addicts. We do it to people who can't get their shit together. We look at their lives and think, how did they end up like that? I would never. So I'm just going to be blunt here. And here's the part that might hit a nerve. We are a society of sinners, judging other sinners for sinning differently than we do. You might not be addicted to illegal drugs, but maybe you're addicted to the ones society accepts because it generates a profit, like alcohol or shopping or gambling. Or you're addicted to control. Or you're addicted to work. You're addicted to anything that helps you numb out from the things you don't want to face. And you might not have a criminal record, but maybe you've broken the law in different ways, or what you consider to be lesser ways, because that's what society says is okay. Speeding, driving under the influence but not getting caught, or breaking people with the way you treat them or talk to them. And you might not be living on the street, but maybe you're emotionally unavailable, numbing out, avoiding your own life in quieter ways. We just have more socially acceptable ways of falling apart. Those ways are cleaner, they're better packaged, they're much easier to hide. And to confront the things we don't talk about enough, consider this. The biggest difference between you and the person you're judging isn't character, it's circumstance. Maybe consider that before you call them names. Look, you're not responsible for your automatic thoughts, but you are responsible for your next thoughts and how you take action. Those criminals, those addicts, those people living on the street were kids once. They didn't choose this environment. They didn't choose their trauma. They didn't choose the adults around them showing how to be and what's okay and what's not. They didn't choose their lack of support, and they didn't choose the things that they had to normalize just to survive. You didn't earn your way out of experiences you never had. You were just lucky. And think about that for a moment. When you start to see the human behind the behavior, compassion and empathy take that wheel. That person you're judging isn't a problem. They're a human being who adapted to something. They're a person who coped the only way they knew how. They're a person whose story you could never fully understand. So the question isn't what's wrong with them, it's what happened to them. And this doesn't mean that you excuse harm, and it doesn't mean you ignore accountability, but it does mean that you drop the illusion that you're somehow above it all because you're not better than them, and you're not worse than them. You're human, just like them. And boldness is having the courage to see people clearly without needing to feel superior to them. Boldness is choosing empathy when judgment would be easier. Boldness is remembering that under different circumstances, any one of us could have a very different story. And boldness is reminding each other that this is the way we're supposed to be and holding each other accountable to be good humans to each other. That's all I have for you today. And until next time, Please be kind to your mind. That's it for today's episode of Embrace Your Inner Boldness. If this stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Screenshot this episode, tag me at Becoming Bold LLC, and share it with someone else who's ready to rise. And hey, if you haven't already, take a second to subscribe, rate, and review the show. That's how we spread the boldness and keep this movement growing. Whatever came up for you today, feel the fear and do it anyway. You don't need to wait for perfect timing or permission. You are powerful. You are ready. And remember, the only limit to your boldness is the one you set for yourself. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and keep becoming you.